I always say here on the afternoons is we love to support talent, and we love to support especially young talent. If there's one thing that is great about Birmingham and the Black Country is that we have so many talented people, and we have to support them. We have to encourage them to grow. Good. Exactly. Yeah. And, you know, we've talked a lot recently about music. Yeah. We've been supporting a lot of local artists in the area, in these sides of music. Yesterday, we had a fantastic, talented young poet who is representing the West Midlands in the national competitions for poetry at heart. Her name was Emily, and she herself was only 14 years old. So we've done poetry as well. We've looked at literature before, but the one area that we haven't really focused on as much has to be martial arts. And you know what? I think it's one of the most important disciplines if you can have. It's a good one to have, right?
Boxing, any kind of sports is
absolutely.
like, I can appreciate that now because I'm in training to get a six-pack. So
see how
that is quite difficult. Look what I had to drink today. Okay, hold on.
You've had a vegetable juice.
Can we introduce our guest? Because then he can tell me if I'm going the right way or not. Because he seems to be quite fit.
Okay. Now, the reason that I've been saying all of this is because we are joined by a very young, talented guy. He is from the West Midlands, actually from Walsall. He's only 14 years old, and he needs our support. He is looking for sponsors. And do you know what? When you find out about how amazing he is, I mean, you'll be tripping over yourselves wanting to help him and to be behind him. He's 14. His name is Aryan Singh, and he's been involved in martial arts since the age of 4 years old.
Come on.
Okay. He's gained
4 years old?
But he's gained more. There's more. He's gained more than 150 trophies in medals. He's travelled across Europe. He's scooped several world titles. So far, he's currently a black belt in Taekwondo. He's won 4 world titles in kickboxing, 2 in Germany, 2 in France, and he's only just beginning. Ladies and gentlemen, Aryan Singh, how are you?
Thank you.
I think it's absolutely fantastic, and I am actually rather jealous that at 14 you've done so much. I've never won 1 trophy, let alone 14.
Yes, but Shay, he's dedicated this since 4 years old that he's been doing this. You know what I mean? He's got to get something for it. His dad's going to say, what are you doing messing around with that? Go and get an education, be a doctor. But here's the thing. Now, this is something that's quite shocking to me because Muhammad Ali, you know, and all of these great fighters like Tyson, all of those guys, they have, because they've got that talent, they have the bravado and they're really forceful and their character comes out and then they psychologically put people off. Yeah. You're the most softly spoken, most wonderful person who's. I was thinking. I actually thought it might be one of your cousins next door. Suave, so is this something that do you do that because you want to put your components off, like saying if I stay quiet, say less as possible?
Yeah.
Then just attack them on the ring. How does it work?
I switch my on button, my martial arts on button as soon as I step in the gym or step in the ring.
Right.
I like to keep my life just being me.
Okay.
In the ring, the other side of me. I've almost like 2 sides. I have my martial arts life and my ordinary life.
Yeah.
And that's how...
And that's a good way to be. Now, I want to say, your name is Aryan Singh, right? But we're going to call you Ryan because it seems to be easier for people. But it's pronounced Aryan Singh. But we're calling you Ryan. But the thing is, you've got a couple of Facebook pages, Instagram pages, which we'll give out in a moment. How is your family not worried about injuries? That's what I think. I mean, I don't have a child, but if I had a 14-year-old, I'd be like, get in school and study. Don't be travelling across the world trying to win trophies. I mean, you surely must get injuries.
Yeah, I get quite a lot of injuries. Had one a couple of years ago, which is fairly severe on my left knee. I had ligament problems and cartilage problems. That was during a fight as well.
Right.
I took about 2 or 3 months off and then had my first fight in Scotland, a Taekwondo fight, and ended up winning.
Well done.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
See, now, when you go into a ring, I mean, like, I haven't been in a ring situation where I'm going into someone and we are going to spar or someone's going to hit me, right? Because that's what you're doing. You're going into a ring and you're going to... You both understand the fact that these are the rules and we are going to hit each other and we're going to hit each other until one of us gets down, right? So that's what you're doing. How do you get yourself into that mindset of, and especially you're 14, you've been doing this since you were 4 years old.
That's right.
Crazy.
What were you doing at home that your parents said, right, just get him in the ring, otherwise he's going to break everything up, he's going to beat someone up, and it's just not going to be right. How did they know to just nurture that talent of you being a kid who just, you know, beating up your cousins?
But to be fair, it wasn't really about the fighting side of it at first.
Okay.
When I was 4, I didn't really have any confidence in myself, especially in nursery. And then my dad came in to the parents' evening, and the teachers told him, "Oh, he's not confident. He's not mingling. He's not a normal child. He's not.
He's not a normal child.
He's not talking to other children."
Can I just tell you? Don't worry. No child is normal. It's fine.
Yeah. Shay's still trying to work out who she is.
Yeah.
He's not talking to other children. He's not talking to us. My dad found that out, took that in, and started me off with martial arts just to get my confidence up the first year and a half.
Nice.
I still wouldn't even talk to my teachers then at kickboxing.
Right.
And I think it was about 2 years. Yeah. I stepped in the door and said hello for the first time.
Wow.
To my kickboxing coach, and he was speechless. He stopped the whole class. He made a massive speech saying, "This boy has been here for 2 years and has only just said hello."
Wow. What was it in, I mean, you were obviously so young, but what was it in you that did you not feel confident, or actually were you just very shy?
I was very, very shy.
Okay.
I didn't like communicating. I like to keep myself to myself.
Right.
I do what I was told. It's not that I was being rude or anything.
Yeah.
It was, I just like to keep myself to myself.
So now, you know what, you're on the radio, you're talking to us for the first time, you sound confident, look at that, you're going good. So is it something that you visualise that, like now we talked about the ring and your training, and all of a sudden I can see this other side of you coming out because you're putting yourself in that frame of mind.
That's right.
So when you're doing this now, you're looking for sponsorship as well. Now you won all these trophies and you're doing so well. Is it hard to get people to support you, like the big, firms and what have you? These sports brands like Puma, Adidas, and Fila, and all of those guys. Yeah. Is it hard to get them to sponsor you at this young age, or is it just a performance? What we're looking at?
I think it is, because kickboxing is not actually recognised as a professional sport by the UK government.
For the UK, okay, right.
In other countries it is.
It's so massive.
They get sponsorships for the government. And some people are fighting for the food over in like places in Russia.
Yeah.
In the UK, it's not actually recognised as a sport, so I think that's what kind of holds it back. So we have to pay for everything. We have to pay for travelling.
My goodness.
We have to pay for training. We have to pay for our own equipment, and that's why we're looking for sponsorships. And we kind of need that, because it's not very cheap at all.
Yeah. And do you know, you remind me, I'm looking at you now and your family are in the other studio, and I just want to wave over to them and say, I think it is fantastic, because you remind me, I remember many years ago we were watching an interview of Lewis Hamilton with his father.
Yes.
And a similar situation where his father was working day and night, like I'm sure your dad is, sat next door trying to fund for you to travel, across the world to win these trophies, to represent the West Midlands in these fantastic international competitions. And his father was the one who really encouraged Lewis Hamilton. And look at him now. I mean, now he's won how many titles across the world, and he's a fantastic sportsman. For yourself, does that disappoint you a little bit? Look, you're only 14. You've still got to do the GCSEs. Let's not forget. Yeah. I'm sure your mum reminds you of that.
Student education.
Exactly. You've got to get the education. You've got that pressure of trying to find people who will sponsor you. It's not an Olympic sport. Yeah. It should be, in my opinion.
Yeah.
How does that make you feel?
It kind of makes me feel angry, because we've got as much, if not better, talent than boxing is. Boxing is, in the Olympics, is recognised as a professional sport in this country. And I think we've maybe got even more talent than that. And I think that needs to be shown.
I couldn't agree with you more.
I think if anyone's listening right now, you've got a business and you want, to support a young person or support a sport that needs support, I think get in touch with us. You can call us right now.
Yes, give us a call on 03453 009956.
Or you can text 81333, start your message with WM, and and you can speak to Andy and we'll pass on all the information.
What I was also going to say as well, if you want further details for Ryan himself, he's on Facebook. It's Aryan Singh. That's Aryan Singh. And also he's on Instagram, ARYAN_kickboxing. Now, if you would like if you can't get through to us, then you can also contact his kickboxing, where he does and learns everything. And you can touch base with them and speak to them with regards to how you can help and be involved with him winning even more titles. Okay. The website is USKA kickboxing.co.uk, and the Facebook page is USKA, is that right? Am I right? USKA Fight Fight Factory. So it's USKA Fight Factory. We're going to continue talking with Ryan, find out a little bit more about him. And, you know, I really can't urge you enough. It's important to support local talent. And he's not just local, he's won internationally. So we'll continue talking with him. Also, coming up straight after Kung Fu Fighting. Okay, yeah, we're going to play this. I hope you don't mind.
Especially for you, mate.
Especially for you. We're going to play Kung Fu Fighting. We're going to be talking Birmingham Storytelling Cafe. And a very good afternoon. It is Sunny and Shay here on BBC WM 95.6. Make sure you tune in to Molly on the weekends. And don't forget, she's also here for early breakfast too. It's 3:49. We're still joined in the studio by Aryan Singh. He's only 14 years old. He's a local lad from Walsall. And so far, since the age of 4, he's been involved in martial arts and has gained more than 150 trophies, medals worldwide. He's won 4 world titles representing the UK in kickboxing, 2 in Germany, 2 in France, and it doesn't look like he's going to be stopping anytime soon.
So when are you
like.
When you go to Thailand? That's what I want to know.
Yeah.
When is that journey going to happen? The home of kickboxing.
I'll have to think soon. I need to find time, especially with my GCSEs coming up.
Of course, education is very important, but I think that is where the home is, right? Of kickboxing. So
that's right.
That's brilliant. I can't wait, man. I'm going to follow your career. I'm going to follow you on Facebook and Twitter. And if anybody wants to sponsor this young man, or if you're a business that wants to go worldwide, this is the boy who's doing it right now. He's internationally known.
So if you'd like to get further details for Ryan, you can head to his Facebook page. It's Aryan and then Singh, Singh. He's also on Instagram. It's ARYAN_kickboxing, or you can just head to the website. This is where he trains. You can get in touch with him directly and you can speak to him about how you can support our very own Ryan, who's a bit of a world champion. It's uskakickboxing.co.uk. The Facebook page is USKA Fight Factory. Now, I want to ask you, Ryan, would you be up for putting Sunny through his paces and perhaps doing a video for us?
I'm a 4-year-old man.
Yes, I know.
and he's
14. Exactly, that's my point. You should be perhaps, fitter than you are.
I could get done for child abuse.
No, you're not going to hurt him. He's a world champion.
I don't know, do I?
Ryan, will you put Sunny through his paces and can we record it and post it on our Facebook page?
We'll see.
Well, we will definitely post something before
the show then,
absolutely. At the end of the show at 4:00.
Are you into books,
Aryan? Are you a book guy?
Are you a book guy?
A little bit. I prefer movies. I prefer visual, but I do like the book side of it to see.
Have you ever been to somewhere where you had a storyteller? You got a family member who tells you stories that of the past and stuff like that?
A little bit, yeah. Especially, as you say, more in India when I visit India.
Ryan, what about yourself? Who do you look up to in the movie world then?
Bruce Lee, as you say, Jet Li, Jackie Chan, Tony Jaa.
Oh, good one, good choice. Have you seen Ip Man yet? I don't think you're allowed to.
Donnie Yen.
Yeah. So he's made Ip Man 3, where Bruce Lee turns up, and Mike Tyson's in it as well. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is it. So Ip Man is basically the guy. Is sort of like a loose biography of the guy who trained Bruce Lee.
Okay.
It was his sensei, and it's like 3 parts of it made, and this is the last one because this is when Bruce Lee turns up. So from here, this is why the guy was so famous. But he was famous in his own right because he was a
Ip Man. Now that's something I didn't know. I have to ask you then. Who is your sensei? Who's the individual, your instructor who instructs you?
For the first 9.5 years, it was Neil Williamson. And then when I left, because I actually went to 2 clubs, I left that club and went to a club in Birmingham. Neil Kelly at USKA. Right. And Sean Quinn.
Well, fantastic. Nice. Neil and Sean, you are doing a brilliant job. And listen, we wish you all the best, Ryan, in future contests. I know you've got a big one yourself in terms of getting the GCSEs and doing them well. So I'm sure you'll be doing that. Will you keep us posted in the coming months? And,
no problem.
Come in and let us know how things are going. And, if you've managed to get some sponsorship deals and how things are working for support in terms of travelling abroad with the competitions.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
All right. You take care, man.
Head to our Facebook page. We will post a video of Sunny trying some martial arts with Ryan for sure. Have yourselves a lovely weekend. We're heading off now. We'll be back on Monday from 2 p.m. If you've missed out on any of the shows, listen back. bbc.co.uk/Sunny and Shay. Hi everybody, we are joined on the show today by 4-time world champion. He's won 150 trophies and counting. He's only 14 years old. His name is Aryan Singh and he's going to put Sunny through his paces with some kickboxing.
Okay, ready, I'm ready, okay. So that's one. Okay, what's the next one? Okay.
Another kick. Yeah.
Another kick, go on.
Ready?
Yeah. Oh! And that's in being general. Okay, so now show me some of the, what's it called, the stances.
Alright, so you're going to start with this stance, leg, shoulder width apart.
Yeah, got it.
Toes facing forwards.
Yeah.
Always facing forwards.
Mm-hmm.
Hands clinched.
Yeah.
Thumbs on the outside.
Yeah.
Backhand resting on your head.
Right.
Front hand just in front of you.
Uh-huh.
Elbows in.
Elbows
so
in.
you're going to protect most of your body
right.
as much as you can. Yeah, so the first punch
yeah.
I'm going to say is a jab.
Jab.
Just lead hand.
Yeah.
It's going to come forwards, extend.
Right.
And back out.
Okay.
Hit him with your top two knuckles, make you just change. Back out.
Okay.
Back out. Yeah?
Yeah, got it.
So if I
one,
shout
two.
Jab, ready? Jab. 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 Nice. Next punch, you're going to have your straight right.
Okay.
What you're going to do with your hands is swap them.
Right.
So this backhand, this lead hand is going to protect your head.
Right.
Yeah, and this rear hand is going to punch.
And then you move your foot into it, yeah?
That's right.
Oh,
you're going to
cool.
pivot off your back leg to drive that power forwards. That's
okay,
it.
Fine. Okay.
Ready?
Ready?
Straight right. Nice. Straight right. Nice. Again. Nice. Make sure your arms a little bit.
A bit further.
Yeah.
Straight.
Straight.
Okay, ready?
Straight right. Nice. Now we've got that. We're going to move on to your kicks.
Right.
First basic kick is your lead leg front kick, front snap kick. You're going to lift your leg up, snap out,
okay,
and back down.
You hear that click? I think that's the old age. Okay, here we go. You ready? Yeah.
1. Nice. Again. 2. Do one more. 3. Nice.
So shall we do all of those in sequence and you just shout it out?
Yeah. Ready?
Okay, you ready? Okay, go.
Jab. 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 Straight right. Straight right. Straight right. Front snap kick. Front snap kick. Front snap kick. Nice.
Well
Now you know why he's the world champion.